Hello besties, and welcome to a little safe corner of the internet. For today's video, we're going to be doing a how I eat in a day video. The thing about intuitive eating is that it's not like dieting. You don't need to be perfect. You're allowed to quote unquote mess up. The most important thing is that you enjoy it, that you're fueling your body, and that you are trusting your body and the decisions that you make, because your body is the smartest thing, not your mind. If you've never seen my face before, then hello, hi. My name is Kailin, and my goal over here on YouTube is to normalize a normal relationship with food, to encourage intuitive eating, and also to help people heal their relationships with their body and foods. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would love for you to hit onto that subscribe button down below and become part of our little family. A little bit different from a what I eat in a day video. I'm going to go over my thought process a little bit more when it comes to how I eat, how I make the decisions, what I do. Intuitive eating should not be overcomplicated. I know that there's a book with 10 principles and sometimes it can feel overwhelming, but your body truly has all of the answers when you learn to trust it. For example, if you're currently struggling with an eating disorder, you cannot intuitively eat because you're jumping a lot of steps over there. Intuitive eating is for people who are healing their relationship from dieting, who have worked through fear foods and trauma when it comes to their eating disorder. So if you are one of those individuals who is on the pursuit of intuitive eating, then this video is for you. Earlier this morning in my groggy state, I woke up and my stomach was absolutely growling and rumbling, and I did not know that I was going to be filming a video today. So I got up, I had one of my favorite granola bars and a big glass of orange juice, and that is how I started my day at like 8 a.m. is the granola bar that I'm obsessed with. It's the Nature Valley Cashew Granola Bar. Run to the store because they're so damn good. But how I decided to eat in that moment was literally driven by pure hunger and pure craving of what I wanted. Right now, I'm hungry for breakfast, and I also have to think a little bit practically because I have a very busy work day. I have a lot of client calls, I'm meeting a lot of new clients. So I wanna have an adequate amount of fuel because I'm also not going to have the liberty to just walk away from my desk and get something else if I'm, hungry after 5 minutes after I have something. Working from home gives me a lot of privilege when it comes to intuitive eating. So the first thing that I'm asking myself today is like, is there anything that I'm craving? And the answer is like, I don't really know. Not really. Nothing is on my mind or in the back of my mind of like, I want this and I know that I want this. And so when I'm not sure about what I want, I ask myself a couple of questions. The first question is, do I want something warm or do I want something cold? And today I think I'm leaning more towards the warm side. It is minus 15 degrees Celsius outside. Kill me now, okay? And then I'm gonna ask myself if I want something sweet or savory. I think I want something sweet. I'm usually a savory breakfast kind of gal, but I'm thinking sweet today. And I'm just gonna look to see what I've got going on. And I'm also gonna see if there's anything that I need to use up, because I don't like wasting food, but it is a reality sometimes that you can't avoid. But I think I do have some apples that I need to use up. And I'm actually feeling a little bit inspired to make like an apple oatmeal of some kind. Cinnamon, brown sugar kind of oatmeal. I think I'm gonna do that. So the thing about intuitive eating is that it's not like dieting. You don't need to be perfect. You're allowed to quote unquote mess up, because eating past fullness is not messing up. That's literally a normal human feeling. It is normal. If it happens every single time you eat, then that might be something to explore. But in general, if there are days throughout the week that you eat past fullness, you are not a robot who is meant to stop at perfect satiation every single time. And then anybody who tells you that is full of shit. And their goal is literally just to make you feel bad. And with intuitive eating, there also shouldn't be rules. So if you're following rules, that is not intuitive. Anytime I have an apple, I hold it the Twilight way just for a second to bring back good memories. For the apple, I think I'm gonna dice it in nice, like small, tiny little pieces. I'm a very basic oatmeal girl. I don't like a lot of toppings. I don't like it to be extravagant or anything like that. I feel like the flavors overwhelm me a little bit. So I like to keep it a little bit more on the basic level. And that is intuitive to me because some people love loads of toppings, some people like minimal, and there's no right or wrong way to eat. When you first start intuitive eating, you're probably going to feel like you can eat an entire box of cookies or, an entire pizza to yourself every day, all the time. First, you might. You might want cookies all the time, you might want pizza all the time, but that's because you're coming from a dieting background, and a lot of the time you're going to crave the foods that you restrict more. As human beings, you want kind of what you can't have. But I promise you that if you trust your body and you keep going and you eat without judgment, whether that is 3 pizzas in a week or 2 boxes of cookies, I promise that those cravings over time are going to switch and change as your body understands that it can have whatever it wants, whenever it wants. Look how cute these apple slices are. Lovely. All right, bitches, we're moving towards the stove. Sometimes I get people in my comments who are offended that I swear in my videos. I swear in my real life, and I am, or I try to be, as real as possible on my YouTube channel. So if you don't like it,
if you don't like me, that's fine.
Then you don't have to be here.
But, you know, watch your mouth.
Fuck it, okay? So for me, when it comes to oatmeal, it's probably because my dad made oatmeal for us almost every single day in like elementary school growing up, and he always made it on the stove. So for me, personally, I do not like the packaged oatmeals or the flavors or anything like that. My boyfriend grew up on those and he loves them. And so it just goes to show that like your palate can be different for so many different reasons. It can be because of the foods that you were raised on, the way that you had food, a texture thing, it could be a flavor thing. But the way I'm making oatmeal and the way he makes oatmeal, neither one is better than the other. Whether you're making it out of package, whether you're making it on the pot, the most important thing is that you enjoy it, that you're fueling your body, and that you are trusting your body and the decisions that you make, because your body is the smartest thing, not your mind. Not I should do this, I should do that. Any should, thought of I should eat more, I should exercise, I should do this, is all like automatically should be a flag, because we want to do things. We shouldn't do things because we think that we should. So stop shoulding all over yourself. Alrighty, we got our pots. I thought I didn't have oatmeal, but I have a huge bag. This is my favorite kind. I love the Quaker Oats Quick Oats, and I really don't like the texture of steel cut oats at all. So again, how I eat through preference. I go for what I like. Forcing yourself to eat things that you don't like is never going to end well. Do I measure? No, I measure with my heart. Going to add some good old-fashioned 2% milk because that is also my favorite and also what I grew up with. I do love some plant-based milks, but right now I'm on this milk kick. Does it bug anybody else when like things aren't straight in your kitchen? I also added a pinch of salt in my oatmeal because I saw one of my friends do it on Instagram, and she just mentioned that it like brings out the other flavors. And listen, as you guys know, I'ma try everything once. Exactly. Got the bowl. One thing that would make me incredibly sad is if I did not add sugar into my oatmeal. Oatmeal is not complete without brown sugar or maple syrup, honey, some kind of sugar, okay? It's just so damn good. But my favorite by far is brown sugar. Like adds this flavor of like caramelization. Oh, it's so fucking, oh, it's just so good. I like to add some to the bottom of the bowl and then also on top so that I definitely get some in every bite. Add my oats, some more sugar on top. I like to have a heavy hand with this because, again, one of my favorite parts. And then lastly, I'm just gonna take some of the apples that I cut up and put those on top. So this is my breakfast for today. I think that it looks pretty damn good and appetizing. It smells good, it's warm, it's sweet. It's within those categories of things that I was craving. And I know that this is going to sustain me a little bit longer during some of my meetings today. But I also keep snacks by my desk just in case, because my body knows best. I am still on a sandwich kick for lunch, and so this meal is very easy for me. I do want to say that a lot of the questions that I'm asking myself sort of like verbatim out loud to you guys, it's not how I think at every single meal, because I'm somebody who's been intuitively eating for a long time right now, and so a lot of it comes really naturally. But these are the questions that I did ask myself before to be able to make all of these intuitive decisions. And so that's why I'm kind of walking you through the day a little bit. But for lunch, my biggest craving right now is a sandwich. So we're gonna make a sandwich. And then I was thinking about what I wanted inside, because I don't have any mortadella, which is one of my favorite sandwich meats to have, but I did see a can of tuna in my pantry, and I love tuna fish. okay? People can hate on it all that they want. I've loved tuna ever since I was a little girl. And I like a very simple tuna, just with some mayo, salt, pepper, nothing too crazy. That's what we're gonna put together. And I also looked at anything that I needed to use up for a side, and I do have a Caesar salad kit that not only sounds delicious and refreshing, which is an element of this that I really wanted for lunch, but it's also something that I enjoy, and again, it's gonna go bad soon, so we're gonna use it up. Also, you see how none of my thought process is like, oh, do I need protein? Do I need carbs? Do I need fat? Do I need this? And that's because my body is the one that communicates to me through my cravings, not through my mind saying, oh my God, I need more protein. Most people think that they need a lot more protein than they actually do, and you end up peeing it all out anyway. Like, don't stress. Your body knows best. Even if you don't eat any quote unquote protein all week, you're gonna be fine. Before I make my tuna, my bread just popped from the toaster. Oh my God, I'm burning my fingers. If you saw my last What I Eat in a Day video, you know that I've been loving to butter my sandwiches because it just adds this moistness, a little something. Also, nothing that you enjoy is a waste, ever. A waste of energy / calories implies that there's a limit, and there's no limit. Okay, while the butter melts, back to the tuna. Don't look, not important. So we're gonna empty the tuna into the bowl. Now that the tuna is in here, I'm a mayo bitch, so I like to add a lot of mayo. It doesn't matter if you don't like a lot, because I like a lot, and that's what matters most. What's important to me in a meal is that I enjoy it, that it's satisfying, okay, and that I feel good. Those are the three things that matter to me. And feeling good can mean different things depending on the day too. So we're gonna put a lot because that's what makes this satisfying to me. I would not feel satisfied if I ate this like dry tuna sandwich. My body would still be looking and searching for other things. It doesn't work when you crave something and you try to replace it with something else. Body knows. You cannot trick your body for that long. Mayo. A little bit more. I had a sandwich yesterday, and that does not impact whether or not I'm allowed or can have a sandwich today. That is not how bodies and cravings work. I'm going to do some cracked pepper and also a little bit of onion salt. So the butter is nearly melted, and I'm just going to spread the rest of it on. I'm gonna do some lettuce, and then of course our tuna. This looks like it's just gonna be so good. And the sandwich ain't gonna be enough for the hunger level that I'm at right now. So that's another reason why we were adding the salad kit to this. So let me whip this up super quick. I am a little bit bougie in the way that I only like specific croutons, okay? Before, when I limited myself, I would just eat whatever it was because I was so focused on food all the time that I was obsessed with food that I actually like ended up hating. So to this, I'm gonna add the dressing that it comes with, but those croutons literally taste like cardboard. So no for me there, but I do have some of these bacon bits in the pantry that I'm going to add. And this is lunch for today. Satisfying exactly what I was craving, using up some things that I wanted, making sure that I had enough on my plate. These are all important things for me. But cheers to another yummy lunch. I've had this specific salad kit once, and then the only thing I remember is not liking the croutons. So let's see if I like this itself. Basic but good. Food is also not gonna be perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. You're gonna have some days where you don't know what you're craving and you literally can't figure it out, and it's annoying and it's frustrating. But you're not a perfect creature, and intuitive eating is not this whole thing about perfection either. Let's see if the sandwich tastes as good as it looks. A solid 10 on 10. I just finished my lunch. It's not that much later. I'm not hungry, I'm full, but I still want something sweet. And that is part of intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is about honoring all different kinds of hunger. And if I don't have something sweet, it's gonna be on my mind and it's just not gonna be a good time. So I do still have some donut holes from my video yesterday. If you watched it, Andrew surprised me with some of these. And I'm gonna have one of these chocolate Timbits. Again, am I hungry? No, but being hungry is not the only reason we ever eat. Capiche? Okay. Hello besties, it is later. I finished work, I took a body shower, and now I'm about to jump on a writing call with one of my friends. If you didn't know, I am currently writing on a book. It's fiction, it's not about recovery or anything like that. I've always been a fiction writer. and it's something that I love and that I'm very passionate about, and my goal is to finish the rough draft this year. So my friend, who's also a writer, we love to get together once a week just to keep ourselves accountable, to work on our writing and just hold space for one another in that area too. It's so fun to have friends that are into the same things that you are. But for our call, I want something nice and warm, a nice warm beverage, and I also want something that is like, it's hard to describe, but like thick and creamy. So I'm thinking of making my own homemade mocha, which is just gonna be a hot chocolate. I'm gonna add a shot of espresso in it. Is it in the evening? Yes, I'm having a shot of espresso in the evening. But I'm also somebody who's not very sensitive to caffeine as a whole, and it kind of gets out of my system quite quickly. So I'm not too worried about it affecting my sleep or anything like that. And I also know that tomorrow I don't have to get up super early. So that also plays into my decision of this as well. Like for example, if I had to get up 7:30 tomorrow or 8 like most days, I probably wouldn't have an espresso shot at this hour. How I eat, this is what the video is. Our shot of espresso. And this is the hot chocolate mix that I just love so much. I don't really like the one that has like those hard little mini marshmallows in it because they just dissolve right away and don't stay as marshmallows. So this is your best bet. The mocha is all done and I'm off to go write. So I just finished writing with my friend Kira. I always have so much fun and I just have like a smile on my face because not only does she make my day, but really pouring time into things that I love, like my writing just fills my cup. I was like writing and like laughing at my characters and the things that they're doing. I find it entertaining. I hope that one day, if I'm able to publish, that you guys do as well. For dinner, in this how I eat in a day, I'm thinking right now about what I need most. And I'm not craving anything in particular outside of a warm meal, but what I do need is something fast and something easy because I literally cannot be arsed to cook that much. So I know that I have some beef and broccoli from Trader Joe's in the freezer. So I'm going to use that. And then yesterday we had taco bowls for dinner and I have leftover rice. There's a little bit of taco seasoning on the rice, but like not that much. So I think if I mix it with the beef and broccoli, the flavors are going to blend and kind of like mask that like taco seasoning taste. So it's gonna be quick, easy, yummy, warm. That's what I need. Taking out the mother of all pans. Perfect. This is the beef and broccoli in question. I did a Trader Joe's haul a while ago on my channel, and I did mention I would be doing a lot of reviews, which I have in my what I eat in a day videos. And when I'm not posting on YouTube these videos, I'm often posting on Instagram and TikTok. So if you're interested in other reviews that like you haven't seen me talk about, they're probably over there on those other apps. I like how the broccoli and beef are packaged separately. Very interesting. I'm going to put my pan on low. That's a lie, it's not on low, it's on medium. And I'm just going to add the broccoli directly in to the pan. If y'all watch all of my videos, you know that I do not have a top or cover that fits this pan adequately. So I'm going to cover her with my 2 handy dandy wooden cutting boards and let this sit for like 5 minutes or so. Once the broccoli has been cooked through, I'm going to remove this from the pan. Then I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. That was more than I wanted to pour, but does it matter? No. And then I'm going to take the beef and we're just going to chuck it in there to get it all nice and crispy. This already smells so freaking good. All right, so now that the meat is nice and crispy, I'm gonna take this rice that's left over from yesterday and I'm just gonna add. Stuff is this sauce packet. This meal is very low maintenance and that is what I need. The sauce in there I'm also going to add in, but the broccoli that I cooked before. Whew, camera's getting steamy. Yeah, jump scare. This smells and also looks incredible in my humble and also very unbiased opinion. I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that I really care about is the taste. So Trader Joe's hasn't disappointed me much at all. The only thing that I haven't really liked were the vegetarian enchiladas and then like the Trader Joe's fruit bars. The fruit bars, the texture just not for me. It was gonna be more of like a fruit leather. It ain't. It's like pulp, dry pulp in my opinion. If you like it, more for you, and I love that. But let's see if this is a winner and if I'm going to repurchase it in the future. I don't want to burn my tongue. Some beef, some rice, and some broccoli. I'm not a huge fan of like Chinese takeout, which I feel like beef and broccoli is one of those standard dishes that you can get. But I really enjoy this. The beef is super crispy. It has like an outer layer of like breading almost. Like it's just super nice and crispy. The broccoli is awesome. And with the rice, you definitely cannot tell that this was taco seasoned rice. That's for sure. 10 on 10, we'll definitely get this again. So it is a little bit later. Andrew and I have been watching Gen V, which is on Prime. We watched The Boys and we love it, so we're very excited for a new season. So if you like superhero kind of stuff and also like crude things, then it can definitely be up your alley. But to finish off this how I eat in a day video, I am craving dessert. I don't always crave dessert every single day, and that's because I literally allow myself to have it whenever I want. So I'm never in like a deficit mindset where I like must have it or I need to have it. But there are also people who just do love to have it and do crave it every day, and so everybody is different. My sink is making weird gurgly noises, so welcome to my house. But one thing that I love to do is keep cookie dough in the fridge or in the freezer because I love nothing more than a fresh cookie, and I really am not a fan of a day-old cookie. The oven's preheated. I uploaded this recipe on my YouTube shorts and then also on my TikTok and Instagram account, so you can find it literally anywhere. It's probably the best chocolate chip cookie recipe that I've ever tried, in my humble opinion. So we're gonna make one of these bad boys. My boyfriend did not want a cookie because he wasn't in the mood. So that's just an example of two intuitive eaters who live together who can crave and want different things. And just because he's not having one does not mean that I can't have one or shouldn't have one. That's not how bodies work. I always forget how tough the cookie dough is out of the fridge. Delicious, lovely. I'm going to bake this at 350 for 12 minutes. It's cookie time. Oh my goodness. When I say that this is literally the best chocolate chip cookie, I fully mean it. Soft but chewy. Oh my goodness, it's just gonna break because it's so soft, but oh, wonderful. Nothing hits better than a freshly baked cookie. I am about to curl up in bed with a good book, and I might even start editing this video later, but that is going to be it for today's video. I hope that you like this style of video. It's a little bit different than like a typical what I eat in a day video. So let me know some of your thoughts in the comments down below. Any videos that you would like to see, please let me know. A lot of people are asking me to do what I eat in a week videos, but I do want to say that that takes a lot of energy from me. And my goal is to just continue to produce content and like not burn out. So right now, I'm not gonna be filming a what I eat in a week video, but it might be coming in the near-ish future, but bear with me. Don't forget to do something kind for yourself, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, friends.